Hello and warmly welcome to another Soul Sunday. It is episode 41. As always, whatever we say, check with your inner knowing what feels true for you. Today's theme arrived through the hill in a way that spoke more a language of energy, and translated into words, it is rise to soul. In a way, this is the whole path distilled into a gesture. But first, a recap. Last week, we explored what it means to stay true to your calling when the people closest to you don't see it yet. I shared something that cracked open for me, realizing how much it had affected me, that some people in my life didn't really believe in what I'm building. And the hill said in response, love when you're not in contact with it, and love to continue anyway. Wisdom enough to spend time with those who won't understand you. You are already who you're meant to be. The certainty lives in your soul, not in anyone else's approval. You can watch last week's episode on YouTube. And today is picking up on last week in a way. If integrity with certainty means staying true to your path, then the natural next question is, how do you actually access that certainty when the doubt is getting loud? When the thinking mind is taking over too much, or the ego is running the show? If you lose ground connection, I have explored this in so many ways, you can't believe it. And I can always learn something new. Last week, I was helping a neighbor to haul some timber in the woods, and timber is quite heavy. Huge logs to carry around or drag with a special tool for it. And then I came to think of those words, or actually the transmission, the feeling that came to with it, rising to soul. So when I was getting like, oh, this is very heavy, I just changed my inner state. I just said to myself, rise to soul, and felt how it filled up my body from the inside in a completely new way. Even if I've been working with this for, I don't know, 30 years, it was still a new aspect of it. And suddenly things became more bright around me. My thinking mind was kind of relaxing, and the logs were so much easier to pick up. I'm not going to say that it was no effort. There was a physical effort, but it was easier. I could work in a more relaxed way. You will have plenty of time to feel into this today. And Yvonne, you have something to share about this. The space is yours.
Yeah, thank you, my love. And beautiful you. One more Magic Sunday for all of us. And it is truly a pleasure creating this beautiful space with you. And let us enjoy it here and now, being together, really supporting each other with just being present and listening to the energy here, inviting our friends from the Swedish Hill into our hearts who are a big part of these Soul Sundays. They were actually one of the reasons why Soul Sunday exists, and they always keep us company. Meanwhile, we are sharing with you. And today's topic, Rise to Soul, is in fact the core of the work we are doing with them. It's the core of the work we are doing in this world. And I mean, you all know that there is this beautiful soul within us and around us. Why else wouldn't we be here? And we have this constant inner driving force to live from the energy of our soul. There is this calling to be in contact with it, to love it, to alchemize it in our lives here as human beings. And for me and Elof, it truly is the ground for a life in abundance, in harmony, in wealth. And here I'm not speaking about, oh, I'm speaking about the inner wealth in the first place, which then shows itself as a physical manifestation in our finances, in our relationships, and also in our health. And all comes from this deeper, deeper connection to the true you, your soul, your inner God, your highest self, or however you want to call it. And every time you deepen this connection, this awareness of this infinite intelligence, your soul, you create from eternal power and unconditional love. And many of us have experiences with this connection. I'm sure that there are moments in life for every one of you, and they can be just as little where you tap into this energy, your unique energy, your blueprint, and felt it immediately that something inside of you shifted. Your thoughts shifted, your feelings shifted, you got present, open in your heart, knowing that you're exactly, where you are meant to be. It is like time stood still and everything disappeared. And there was just you and this moment of deeper, deeper contact. And here in this moment, there is nothing to do, actually, in particular, there is nothing you need for it, for being there. Because often we walk through life and believe that we have to be in a certain state, or we have certain experiences. We need to have certain experiences or certain conditions. But the thing is that you are here because your soul is here right now. So we want to let go of these beliefs and thoughts and just allow ourselves to tap into it whenever we want to. And of course, sometimes we need help with that. So it becomes easier to remember it. But you already know, and that's fine too. But trust that you have everything inside of you. Here, I want to share a little story of mine, and I may have told it before in another episode, but I think I want to tell it again. I had this magical experience in a session, and it wasn't the task or main focus for the session, but it just happened because my higher self was leading me there. And I began to focus on my solar plexus. And Elof and I teach that there in the solar plexus, we have the anchor point for our soul connection. And maybe others tell you differently, but that is what we know to be true for us and how we work together. But more to what I experienced now, I focused on my solar plexus, and at the same time, I saw something globular inside of me, but it was super, super dusty. I couldn't see exactly what it was. So I imagined taking a towel or similar and just wiping off all the dust of it. And the more I did that, the more a beautiful crystalline diamond showed itself. It was a sphere and had thousands of tiny facets. The whole crystalline diamond was shiny in a, you can say light blue, really light blue transparent energy. And every tiny facet had a glittery rainbow color in it. For me, it was so beautiful, and it just felt like home in a totally different way. And the moment I allowed myself to be completely filled with this energy, I saw how it spread itself into every cell of my being. And everything, really everything just relaxed. And everything I carried with me, every thought, every feeling, and every belief I thought was important or true, just relieved itself and disappeared. Or better to say, it had no power over me anymore. It felt like freedom, like I was above all of it, and just leaning into faith and trust to myself and to the earth and to the whole universe. I can tell you, such a blessed moment for me, and an important one to remember every day. Because we all get pulled back from these moments of total alignment and soulful connection. And we have the possibility to carry them with us anyway, to remember ourselves, to create moments of contact and connection to it. Like Elof was telling us about his experience in the forest. We can tap into it. And in this moment, we let go of all that was holding us back and step into our true eternal power. We all are capable of so much more than we think. And it is such an amazing journey to explore it with curiosity. So I think let this curiosity be your guiding star in your own journey. And here now, I want to send you all my love and hopefully see you next Sunday again. Elof, this space is you again. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, dear. Beautiful. I really love how you find a crystalline diamond in the solar plexus. And what a perfect timing. It's quite special. And who knows what you carry inside of you? Rising to soul is a physical, embodied, moment-to-moment practice. And I've been many times like offbeat or not feeling well. As if I can distance myself, and when I do this, something really is changing, and I can heal myself much quicker now than before. And it's not more than actually a simple gesture. They're being very present in your breathing and find an inner movement upward and inward at the same time. So whatever you're sitting with today, a doubt, a worry, feeling of being stuck or overwhelmed, just notice and just whisper to yourself, okay, rise to soul. And notice if something is happening, if your body is responding, because you're really not your body. You're more your soul than your body. Perhaps you can see something from a different perspective, like watching yourself from above a bit. And after 30 years of soul searching, I realized the soul in itself doesn't ever panic. I can panic. And it doesn't spiral or go in twisting ways. It can be fragmented once in a while, yes, but it's still whole. The fragmentation is a completely different chapter, and that's why I do soul retrieval. But the soul in itself is whole, and it's always available. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna share what the hill brought through on this theme. And it's actually a bit shorter transmission. The full transmission is inside of Kindred Souls community from last live Friday, just a couple of days ago. So you can find it there. So I will read this abridged version. Dear friends, it's so lovely to feel you here, knowing you're here for a reason. A quest to find your innermost essence in a beautiful way together. Because your soul really is the true self of you, more true than your body and what you see around you. We live in this beautiful illusion to get to know something deeper and to express something that helps each other grow in this dimension, in this lifetime on Earth. Of course, we all have struggles. Of course, we all have challenges. They are included in the package of being here. And even when we look beyond the illusions of fear and struggle, they are guiding points to something bigger. Every pain has a relaxation and a newfound inspiration on the other side. Every fear has peace waiting. Every grief has some joy or celebration around it, beyond it. In this expansive time, with a change of atmosphere and the collective consciousness on Earth that is changing, each individual either resists changing, which can hurt a bit, or allows for it. And to allow for it, rise to soul. Let your soul fill you up in a completely new way. Listen more to your soul than your ego, your thinking mind. They are important parts of you, but they are not your truest self. Your higher self and your soul connection are truer, and let those speak instead. So the remembrance is, rise to soul. When you're doubting, overwhelmed, afraid, just try this. Make a physical gesture, rise to soul. Feel what happens in your body and listen for the whisper of clarity from inside. You can also rise to soul and write whatever comes through you. A few minutes in the morning, like, "Dear beloved soul, do you have a message for me today?" And remember, this is less and less only about ourselves. We are important, yes. But it's also about co-creating, sharing, working together in a grounded and integrated way. We do this for ourselves and the world. We love and honor you so much. Thank you for being here, your friends in eternity. How was that for you? That every pain has a relaxation and a newfound inspiration on the other side. Every fear has peace waiting. So we don't have to bypass the pain, not pretending the fear isn't real, but trusting, well, as real as it can feel, but trusting with certainty that we explored last week, that there is always something on the other side. And the way through, try with the soul, rise to soul, and let your soul fill up in this way. So the path might look different in that way. Not necessarily easier, but more clear. And it's amazingly, lovingly to be clear. It helps so much. So we're going to do the soul meditation again. And even if we had it before, it's something you can actually do daily. It's a good morning ritual. I love it. And I hope you still enjoy it. And if you're new here, well, just tag along and feel into your body. Welcome to this soul meditation that is designed to connect you deeply with your body, soul, and heart, to realize earth and heaven inside of you, to make you more grounded, centered, and in tune with your intuitive voice and unique soul signature frequency. So sit comfortably, feel your feet, take a deep breath in and out. Now put a hand below your navel on your lower belly, the hand that feels right for you. Inside of there is your life force in your second chakra. And this is an energy that you want to take really good care of. You can imagine your life force as an orange ball of energy. And now it's gonna go on a little journey. So let it easily come down into your right leg and let it sink down through the leg, through the knee, through your right calf, and down into your right foot. And let it sink through all the layers needed to get to the surface of the earth. And let it sink further down easily and effortlessly through all the thousands of layers of soil, sand, water, rocks, and crystals. until it reaches the center of the earth, where you're greeted by the energy of Mother Earth, Gaia. And she has an amazing love for you. Your body comes from Earth. Everything you can see or touch comes from her. And she's taking care of you 24/7. Now let your ball of energy be recharged with this amazing, unconditional love that she has for you. And when you're ready, just say thank you in your own way. And now let your ball of energy easily and effortlessly come up again through all the thousands of layers of crystals, stones, rocks, water, soil, sand, until it reaches the surface of the earth. And let it come up through all the layers needed until it reaches your left foot. Let your recharged ball of energy come up through your left leg, left knee, your left thigh, hip, and back into your belly just below the navel. And just stay there for a moment. Feel your breath. Feel your feet. Feel your body. Now put your other hand on your heart. And now you're going to allow the cosmic intelligence, divine energy, come down to you. So you don't have to do anything but allow it. Allow this amazing energy of wisdom and light, an eternal intelligence that believes in you no matter what is going on. And let this light come down to your head, into your neck, shoulders, chest, and into your heart. So now you're deeply grounded and you have a connection to heaven. And here comes the magic. Now you're going to bring both hands together. Let them slide towards each other until they stay on top of each other, on your solar plexus, the soft spot just below your sternum, in between your rib cage. And here you alchemize the energy of earth and the energy of heaven inside of you, lightening up your soul connection point. Now bring both of your hands up to your heart and let that soul energy take human form. You can take out your hands just a little bit, separate them so they're just a few inches outside of your body. And let that amazing energy between heaven and earth that's been alchemized in your soul and centered in your heart spread out to every single cell in your whole body. You can cleanse and balance your aura with your hands if you want. Around your energetic body. And just feel if you can sense something in your hands and in your physical body. Now, grounded, centered. You can either, in your own time, come out of the meditation, or you can stay in this state for as long as you like. Blessings. Welcome back. How was that for you? Please share even one word, image, or feeling. David, you already wrote almost every time the tears released in this meditation. So gentle and peaceful. Wonderful. And Inger, so powerful. I felt it in my whole body. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. This is a transmission that I've got in several parts through many, many years. And it always surprises me how powerful it and, in a way, simple it is. It can really change something. And this is the embodied part of rising to soul. Embodied spirituality, if you will. Your embodied soul. And if you want to use this meditation in your daily life, which I recommend, of course, you can download it for free from our website. I will put a link right now. It's better to listen offline, actually, so you don't have the disturbance of your phone making noises and stuff. So you don't need special circumstances to rise the soul. But sometimes the circumstances ask you to rise to soul. And you don't need to feel ready or clear or spiritual enough. Just this moment and the breath that you're breathing and your willingness, of course. And if you want a community of people who are practicing this together, daily consciously with soul guidance and sacred feminine wisdom and the Swedish Hill as remote mentors, then Kindred Soul is that space. We also got light code courses and meditations and many other things, like live transmissions every week and more to come. There's a 7-day free trial. Come in, feel the field, and see if it's home for you. And if you would like to explore one-on-one work, I'm Elof, a modern shaman and soul guide for heart-centered leadership. I do soul retrieval, energy balancing, and clearing limiting beliefs in real time while wide awake. For sacred feminine healing and soul mentorship, you can reach out to Yvonne. You can read more at eternalsouls.com. And these transmissions were brought to you by me, our friends on the Swedish Hill, and my darling co-host Yvonne, holding ground for us all. This space is free and will always be. Donations are warmly welcome if today resonated. Link in chat, comment, or description. So, dear friends, if nothing else, thank you so much for today, and remember, you're a bright, shining star and a miracle, a light of eternal potential. Rise to soul whenever you remember, and let it fill you up in a completely new way. You are the change. Many blessings.